Thank you for tuning in and welcome to this review of GF9's Battlefield in a Box Gothic Corner Ruins. So it's no secret that we absolutely love this range of terrain. Scroll. Thing is, it's been out of production for years. There's been 2 waves, and I think the first wave was like 5 years ago, something like that, and we got almost everything we wanted from that wave, and the second wave we got, well, everything we wanted. But a few weeks ago I discovered that North Star Miniatures, North Star military figures, sell the corner ruins and the crumbled walls on their webshop. So I ordered right away another small corner ruin and 2 medium corner ruins, and I've just received them and I thought I might as well review them with you. So this is a table I set for Frostgrave last night, and if you are playing Frostgrave yourself, you're no stranger to North Star Miniatures, because they are the ones that do all the miniatures and all the terrain, the tokens and such for Frostgrave. And they also do the Nick starters, which is leaning on the Kickstarter concept where you can pre-order Frostgrave expansions. As you can see, we do love the Gothic ruins. We have a lot of round ones. They were part of the first wave, and unfortunately as of now they're not being reprinted. And we have several crumbled structures like this one, and over here a crumbled ruin. It was part of the second wave. And of course over here we have the well, which is the star of one of the Frostgrave core rule book scenarios. But today we're going to talk about the corner ruins. This is a small corner ruin. I ordered another one of those, and over here we have a large corner ruin. We have 2 of them, and the thing there is missing in action is the medium corner ruins. We weren't that lucky when the first wave hit the shelves. So here they are, the medium corner ruin and the small corner ruin. Then I have another medium ruin, I just haven't unpackaged it yet. So this is massive and pre-painted, which is definitely a plus if you, like me, have a lot of painting projects you haven't come around to. And this kind of terrain is especially a plus if you play with metal miniatures, because I'm sure if you've tried homemade terrain or even the plastic terrain from Games Workshop or such, it can become quite wobbly if you use metal miniatures. We don't, but still we like that it is this solid, because the buildings don't move. They will stay where you put them while you play. So because it is this solid, you have to have a place to store them. You can't just put them all in a box, then it will there will go stuff off, and it will show the white plaster under the paint. And I definitely don't recommend dropping it on the floor. We have done this, and here you can see what's inside. So storage is something you have to consider before buying this terrain. Also, if you have the old terrain, you can see it over here. The first wave had this flooring. The second wave had less detail. It's pretty much just reddish brown, and this is more like a Bordeaux kind of color. I definitely prefer this. It it looks better on camera, while this is just somewhat plain. But the new terrain is barely red. It's like a reddish grey. Also, as you can see, smooth connections in here, but with this there's a gap, and it's even worse with this. So it feels like not the same kind of quality, but it will do well if you have it on itself. If you don't mix with the old sculpts, I guess. So the grey itself is also not quite the same shade. This is a bit more yellowish, and this is just plain light grey. And compare it to the second wave, because they weren't the same color either. This is the first wave, this is the new ones, and this is the second wave. The second wave were kind of dark compared to the first wave, which were more yellowish, and now we have the light grey version. So I'm guessing different manufacturers. Okay, now the size. That's something I really like about this scenario. We have a tiny goblin here. So there's loads of space. You can actually get to the platform. The windows itself are not quite 1 inch wide, but they are 1 inch up, and the same goes down here. I believe it's 3 inches from the ground and to the first floor, and the same goes for the second floor. Same. Yes. So depending on what games you play, if you play Frostgrave, you can't really go through the windows because they have to be 1 inch wide unless you house rule something. But you can't see your miniatures through them, except if you are a very small goblin like him. Also, one thing you have to consider before getting this terrain, if you can see them, they are bullet holes. And while we use this for both fantasy and sci-fi games, it is rather contemporary or futuristic. I'm quite sure a bow or arrow wouldn't leave these marks. But honestly, I don't care. I think it works fine with fantasy as well. So, same goes for Osprey, which publishes Frostgrave. Also, look at these lines. They are actually mistakes. You can see down here. It is plaster from the farm, but at least it's painted and looks kind of okay. But this type of terrain is actually featured in the Frostgrave core manual and the expansions, as you can see here. This is from the Frostgrave core manual, and these buildings are from the Gothic range. Actually, these two windows are the same as these two windows. So that's from the second wave. Same goes for this piece of terrain, second wave, and this is from the first range, the first wave. It's one of the round buildings, an archway and a balcony, and finally the Well of Dreams and Sorrows. the well I showed you earlier. So you can say that this range of terrain, even though there are the bullet holes, it is approved on by Osprey Games. And it does very well with the Gothic architecture, the arched windows, and this, whatever it's called. So even though there are the bullet holes, it definitely works with fantasy settings as well. This line is definitely from a new batch, and as you can see here, it's copyright 2018, but for some reason they haven't even bothered to change the art on the box. And I think perhaps that this is somewhat miscasted. It is not on sale. Well, you can't, not just on sale, you can't buy this on Gale Force 9 own webpage. So I'm thinking it is somewhat a miscast, and it is sold on other websites like North Star. That's it for now. I hope you enjoyed the review. Please comment below if this was of any use to you, or if you use other terrain, please let me know. Perhaps I can review that as well. So, till next time, have a nice day.